What is going on? We are back in black in the building, man. Shout out to everybody out there, man. David, James Youngblood, Shawnee, Erica, Tasha, Lil Angelo. Damn, I gotta remember. Tanya, all y'all out there, man. My homegirl Melina, everybody out there, the homegirl Jerica. All the people out there, man, that's handling business, man. Shout out to y'all. Man, I got nothing but love and respect for who y'all are and y'all handling business. Shout out to everybody out there that's doing what they need to do. If you're at the Court Plantation, I fuck with you because we know what it is. We got a great topic today. Hey. I want to put on some celebrating music because today's subject is about protecting racism, white supremacy. And the reason why I'm talking about that, because they have protected Emmett Till's accuser who got him lynched almost her whole life. So now we're going to talk about it. And she has passed, died at 88. So now we got to get in here. We got to talk about this shit. Hey. Shout out to all you lazy motherfuckers too. Just begging. Just 50 Cent your ass to death. Just begging all the time. So shout out to all you motherfuckers too. Shout out to the lazy motherfuckers too. Just lazy. Sitting around with your thumb up your ass and smelling it and not doing nothing to change the narrative. So shout out to y'all too. I guess we need y'all around as well. But let's get into the topic today. Let's get it. Man, shout out to everybody, man. Was it Carolyn Bryant? Let's see. Yeah, Carolyn Bryant. Got a picture of her. Let's see what they talking about. Carolyn Bryant Duham, the white woman whose accusation led to the 1955 lynching of a black teen, Emmett Till, in Mississippi, whose role in the brutal death was reconsidered by a grand jury as recently as last year, has died in Louisiana. Duham, 88, died Tuesday in Westlake, according to a fact of death letter from the coroner. Malik Shabazz with Black Lawyers for Justice said in a statement Thursday that Duham's legacy will be one of dishonesty and injustice. Carolyn Bryant's death brings a conclusion of a painful chapter for the Emmett Till family and for the black people in America. The tragic part about Bryant's death was that she was never held accountable for her role in the death of young Emmett Till, who is the martyr for the civil rights movement, the statement reads. Damn, I can't read. In August 1955, 14-year-old Emmett was beaten and shot to death after he allegedly whistled at Bryant, now Duham, in Mahoney, Mississippi. Later, her husband, Roy Bryant, and J.W. Millam took Emmett Till from his bed and ordered him into the back of a pickup truck and beat him before shooting him in the head and tossing his body into the Tallahatchie River. They were both acquitted of murder by an all-white jury following a trial in which Carolyn Bryant testified that Emmett grabbed and verbally threatened her. Millam, who died in 1980, and Bryant, who died in 1994, admitted to the killing in a 1956 interview with Look magazine. In 2007, Mississippi grand jury declined to indict Duham on any charges. Duham testified in 1955 that Emmett grabbed her hand and waist and propositioned her, saying he had been with a white woman before. But years later, when Professor Timothy Tyson raised the trial testimony in 2008 interview with Duham, he claimed she told him that part's not true. The interview was included in Tyson's book, The Blood of Emmett Till. In a statement after Duham's death, Tyson said 60 years ago, there was the unspeakable murder of Emmett Till, a 14-year-old black boy from Chicago. Ain't no 14-year-old boy gonna tell somebody, yeah, I've been with plenty of white women. He's 14. It was comforted America to see this as a story about monsters. Her one of them. Man, who wrote this? It has comforted America to see this as a story about monsters. Her one of them, but the truth is that was unspeakable was the American social order that did nothing about Emmett Till or thousands more like him. The prospect that the woman at the center of Emmett's case had recanted her testimony, which the U.S. Justice Department said in a memo would contradict statements she made during the state trial in 1955 and later to the FBI, promptly calls for authorities to reopen the investigation. The DOJ, which had already re-examined it and closed the case in 2007, reopened the probe into Emmett's killing in 2018, but the case was closed in December of 2021 after the DOJ Civil Rights Division concluded it could not prove Duham had lied. When questioned directly, Duham adamantly denied to investigators that she had recanted her testimony. In August 2022, a LaFleur County, Mississippi grand jury declined to indict Duham, decided there was insufficient evidence to indict her on charges of kidnapping and manslaughter, according to a statement from District Attorney Dwayne Richardson. The grand jury heard the testimony from witnesses detailing the investigation of the case from 2004 to present day and consider both charges, Richardson said. After hearing every aspect of the investigation, evidence collected regarding Duham's involvement, the grand jury returned a no bill to the charges of both kidnapping, manslaughter. Statement said the murder of Emmett Till remains an unforgettable tragedy in this country and the thoughts and prayers of this nation. So let me tell you what I really think. It's called protecting the system of racism and white supremacy. That's what it's called. And don't you ever forget it. See, they will protect their own at all costs. But when will we protect each other? When will we learn how to do business with each other when we know how to do business in an honorable way? You know, when I look at that and see how they protect their own, it saddens me how we do each other. You know, I dealt with some stuff, man. Like I said before, we will not purchase stuff from each other. We do not want to see each other win, but we will be gladly to brag about Louis Vuittons, Gucci, all this other bullshit that these Europeans make, and they don't give a fuck and they laugh at as we fight over it because we feel like wearing that shit gives us value. While we're doing that, they do business honorably with each other, and when they don't, we don't hear about it. Say why you say that, Warren. The reason why I say that is because even if you look at the LGBTQ, LMNOP, XYZ community, they will identify as that before they identify as black. You see where it got Don Lemon. I just feel like sometimes, man, we need to do a better job of understanding who we are, what we are about, and that, as Dr. Claude Anderson teaches, we are a special people. And there is no need, in my humble opinion, there is no need to not be honorable in business and not treat each other with respect and intrinsic value. Let me tell you something, man. When we start seeing each other through our eyes and not the oppressor's eyes, we will not have those characteristics of the oppressor. We will not replicate that bad behavior. I just think a lot of the times we see each other as competition, and I think a lot of times we don't understand the value of doing business. Because when you do business the right way, that means you have intrinsic value in who you are. When you do business on the fly, that means the value is not there in who you are, and you don't value the person you're doing business with. That's why when me and David had those conversations, I'm like, no, these niggas need to pay. They need to pay for those paintings. They need to treat you like you Basquiat. Not just because I paid, just because it's about paying, man. This brother's doing good work, and you need to pay for those services. And people always want free shit, or they always want to not value the business situation, but have more value in themselves than they do everybody else. We have those type of situations too. I've dealt with it all. I remember one time, somebody at the Core Plantation reached out to me, was like, hey man, my brother, I heard you sell C-Mosh. You know, they hit me with the my brother shit. Hey, my brother, I heard you sell C-Mosh, you know, woo woo. So I told her the price because she didn't live in the city of Las Vegas. You don't live in Nevada. So if I got to ship it to you, you got to pay. Oh, well, let me get my money together. Now you got to get your money together. Okay. Now it's like, oh, I'll just get it on Amazon. And I started laughing. I said, be careful because, you know, it might be a chlorine pool that you got it from Amazon. But do what you do. Black folk know how to insult a motherfucker and smile at the same time. And yeah, it was insulting because it's like, you reached out to me. I didn't reach out to you to purchase some sea moss. And then when you reach out to me and I'm telling you what the price is, now all of a sudden, oh, I got to get my money together. Man, get the fuck out of here. And you can say, oh, Warren, you just mad. Look, Warren could never be mad that motherfucker ain't purchasing no sea moss. I sell it to plenty of people that appreciate it. But the one thing that I am going to say is I don't chase motherfuckers around for no sale. Because as a person that knows who they are and has intrinsic value in himself and his product, I'm not going to chase you. But I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't want to hear shit from no motherfucker. Can't nobody tell me shit. My dollar tells me different. I'm always spending with a black business. I recycle my motherfucking dollars. I got a whole motherfucking pantry full of natural herbs from a black natural herbalist. Straight up. Several black natural herbalists. So I don't want to hear that shit. Amongst others. You know what I mean? So I don't want to hear that shit because what ends up happening is we don't protect each other and don't protect our own. In the dominant society, they go out of the way. They done protected Carolyn Bryant for 50, 60 goddamn years. They wouldn't indict her. That German dude or that Nazi who was 90 years old who killed a whole bunch of dominant society white Jews, they brought him before a motherfucking jury and indicted his ass, put his ass in prison. They didn't give a fuck how old he was. He's in a wheelchair and everything. But when it comes to us, it's like, oh, well, we don't have enough evidence and all that. And that's why I think a lot of times we got to have that intrinsic value in who we are. I can only tell you about my struggles. I remember when David from No Compromise was doing an interview with these black sisters, man. I got to get with them too, man. I want to do business with them black sisters. It's the sister that sent me some fresh ass soap. It's like pink soap. And she made these glasses for me that they're monumental to me. And they were being very nice about how they were being treated with their business. But I know they get shit on a lot. Niggas want free shit. Niggas want to window shop your business. They don't want to pay for shit. So I get it. And look, I'll speak for them sisters. Man, y'all don't know. Look, I've never really had no problems out of my immediate family. I'm talking about my siblings and all that. Nah, man, they pay right up front. They quick. Shit, one of my siblings, they just Zelle me with the order. They don't even be like, hey, could I get another order and I'll just give it to you when we get here? No, one of my siblings, they just Zelle me. The majority of them, they Zelle me or they'll cash at me or, they'll pay me. And that's my family. I should be giving it to them for free, but they paying because they showing support. But man, some of you other niggas out there, boy, some of these people be killing me. I be dying laughing. Because they treat you like they doing you a fucking favor. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's not how we're supposed to do. When I patronize people's businesses, I don't be all on they bumper after I bought they shit. I buy they shit, I try to help promote it, and I get the fuck out the way. And you like, well, Warren, what do you mean? What I mean is, how could the dominant society protect Carolyn Bryant for 60 goddamn years after we know she got Emmett Till killed, and nobody speak up, nobody say nothing, nobody put this elderly bitch on blast, not one time, right? Because they protected the bitch. The court systems protected her as well. But when it comes to black folk, we will not protect the integrity of who we are enough to have value in us to support us. That's what I mean. I remember, like I said, man, we need to have and take on the characteristics of being honorable in business. Meaning, hey, man, look, CMOS ain't for everybody, and I don't take it as a diss. I've been told 1,000 times. I've been told no by 1,000 niggas. That shit don't bother me. I'm talking about the business aspect of it. When motherfuckers want to do contractual business, motherfuckers want to just do it on a whim, and I'm not into that shit. I'm just not. I've never been into it. I was going to talk about it Tuesday, but I want to talk about something else. I talk about today, motherfucker. Look, man, everybody's business acumen is fine. That's another thing black folks need. Stop leading with all your accomplishments and lead with humbleness. I don't want to hear about your goddamn degrees and all this other shit. That ain't nothing but a goddamn corporate plantation passport to me. And let me tell you that. And that's all it is. Hear my dog barking. That nigga fuck you up. What you barking at? Relax. That's my dog barking. I got Rottweilers and shit too. But yeah, man, we just have to understand that and understand how our value towards each other goes into our business dealings with each other. Now, let me say it on the other side. When you're dealing with the Latino community, when you're dealing with the Chinese community, the Asian community, I did not a podcast, but I rode up and down fucking Spring Mountain, from Spring Mountain and Jones all the way to Spring Mountain and Valley View, and it was nothing but Asian businesses, and they were all supporting each other with no fucking problem. But only when it comes to us, it's a fly-by-night, I'm in, I'm not. You know what I mean? Look, this is one thing I do not like about us. We do too much time wasting. The four wall effect, as Neely Fuller Jr. talks about. We just get together to do a bunch of bullshit. You know what I mean? And this is no diss to nobody, and this is no diss to nobody's black business, but I've had people waste my time, bug the fuck out of me, and then when I call them back, we discuss the business, but we're not even getting down to the crux of the business. We gotta, as black businesses, when you get your black business, get you an email template of how you make your product, what it's about, you know, what you charge and everything, and start sending out to people, and that's it. So you don't have to keep explaining the same shit to people. And then if people want to do joint ventures, I want you to see how they reach out to you. Do they reach out to you through an email? Even if you have an Instagram, they can still say, hey, could I get your email so I can send you an email template of my business model and how I want to do a venture merger with you, a joint venture. That means like a Walmart and McDonald's. A lot of us, we don't do that. We just want to get on the phone and start talking. And I don't like to talk on the phone about bullshit. Ask David. David's my prime witness. I hate to do that, brother, like that, but ask David. I didn't talk on the phone and, well, how long do it take you to make the paint, my nigga? And are you using oil paint? Are you doing brush paint? And what's going through your head as you create the paint, my nigga? I didn't do none of that sucker shit. Nigga, I hit the nigga. Ask that nigga. I hit the nigga. Hey, my nigga, just name the price and you'll get the money, bro. I want to support. People need to be more like that to me. And if you're doing business with each other, let's establish the contractual obligations first, not just running our mouth and all that, man. I just be like, I didn't go to business school, but I was around enough people that did business to know, hey, that's not how you conduct business. Be prompt. Be timely. Don't have people waiting around. Don't bullshit. Explain to people what the fuck is going on. Shout out to the Dope Analog Store, man. I love them sisters. I'm going back down there again. I love them sisters. I'm gonna get my family, my siblings back there, and we gonna go back down there and support. That's my favorite black business out here, besides the G line. I love the G line. Them sisters, I love them sisters too. And Buttered and Bliss, I love that sister too. It's a lot of black businesses out here that handles business. They don't dick around. They don't bullshit. They don't want to be on the phone running their mouth about them bullshit. I like those businesses. And you know why? Because when I met those sisters at the Dope Analog Store, they had so much intrinsic value in who they were. It was oozing from their pores. And these sisters got a dossier. They got a lot of accomplishments, but you would never know that because they're not leading with their accomplishments. They're sitting down and called being humble. And that's what we need to do, man. Straight up. And we need to understand that the dominant society will protect its own. They protected racism, white supremacy. That's why Carolyn Bryant was able to live a lavish life, meet a husband, probably have kids, fuck, do everything she want, and never get put on blast. But we don't have the intrinsic value in each other to support each other. So I'm going to leave y'all with that. Y'all leave y'all comments and y'all tell me what y'all think, because they should have been bringing this bitch up on charges. They did it to that old Nazi motherfucker. But I digress. Hey, man, that's my time. Y'all know who I am. Born Warren G in the place B. Been Clown Sucker Free since 2003. James Young Blood, my brother. I can't wait to do another live with you and David from No Compromise, man. I can't wait. We got to set one up again real soon, man. Guilty, nigga. I'm out. Peace.